Hi, my name is Jessica and this is Kingston Animal Rescue TV. Today we have Kareen. She's a wonderful part of our organization, does a heck of a lot, but she's also quite a bit of a foster home. You've done quite a bit of it over the little time that we've been together. And so today we are here with Casper, white piggy, and Chester is this guy here.
I'm here. Say hi, guys.
So thanks for coming by.
No problem.
And do you want to just tell us a little bit about them?
Yeah, well, Chester is this little guy here. He's an adult piggy that we took in the fall. He came to us by himself. He had an abscess on his bum that needed to be treated, probably an old bite wound that had never been treated. So that's all cleared up now, and he's a very, very friendly boy. But guinea pigs, as we know, get along much better. They really enjoy having a friend.
Yeah.
So we had the 4 pregnant guinea pigs that came to us,
Yeah.
and one of those little boys that the mother gave birth to was Casper, and he ended up being sort of the odd boy out in that he was a single boy with sisters and a mom.
Yes.
So when he was old enough to be weaned,
We had to separate them.
we had to separate them. And he was introduced to Chester, and they have bonded so closely. They're the best of friends. They get along really, really well. Chester has really come out of his shell. He was always a friendly guy, but having a friend with him has really made him, I think, even friendlier. I think they want their treats.
Oh.
There you go.
Wow.
Here you go.
A little greedy for treats there, aren't we? Oh, wonderful. And so putting them together when one was a baby and one was an adult made things easier.
That's ideal, I think, as far as bonding. But I think with guinea pigs, generally, a bond is usually successful. I think it's the exception where they wouldn't get along.
Yeah.
I think the main thing with having guinea pigs live together, if they do fight, well, to prevent fighting, is they need a big enough cage. That's the most important thing. A lot of times, if you put them in a small cage, they'll tend to fight.
They're very territorial, right?
Well, they're not very territorial. They're herd animals, so they should be with a friend. They should never be alone. They really thrive with a buddy. But if they are fighting, then the solution is generally a bigger cage, because it wouldn't be right to remove the friend, because if they have enough space, then they'll get along with their buddy. There's no more.
So it's just like siblings. Maybe if they're fighting, they need a little bit more space.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
And these guys are not, they weren't born brothers, but I'd have to say they get along so well.
And so they are in a pretty big cage then, right?
They
when
are.
we talk about big cages, what kind of size are we talking?
It's about 2.5 by 3.5 feet, and for pairs, that's generally the smallest recommended size, actually. And that's actually much bigger than what most people have. But if you read the recommendations about guinea pig cages, that would actually be the smallest that they should be in.
Yeah.
So, and that's what they're in, and they're very happy. They get along very well. These guys never fight. There's never issues with territory or anything like that.
Oh,
with
good.
them. Yeah.
Good. Well, they sound like they're all set and ready for an adoptive
They are.
home.
They're friendly. They are outgoing, both of them. They love their treats. They're very friendly guys. They don't fight. They're lovely. They're going to make a very lucky family.
Oh, good. All right. Well, thanks so much for bringing them by. I'm going to ask you a couple of extra questions about cages. We'll get into that because the caging can be pretty interesting to build. They can be very creative, and there's so many options, but and people don't know about them. So we're going to tell you a bit about cages. So here we've got one of the cages that is about the size that Chester and Casper have now, right?
Exactly the same size.
And this is the minimum size, and you can go wider, and you can
Longer.
go levels. And do you want to tell us a bit about what the benefits are and how you make something like this?
Well, the benefits obviously are that they have a lot more room to run around. They're not dependent on us. You know, even if your piggies get out a lot during the day, when we're busy, they have lots of room to run around. It's just quality of life. It's sort of like us living in a bathroom our whole lives versus and getting out, you know, for an hour for exercise versus living in a whole house where we have more room.
So eating and drinking and
it's just
sleeping and having fun in the bathroom. It's not fun.
No, exactly. It's just quality of life. And these cubes, we've built these, and we we do offer to build them for people who would like to adopt guinea pigs from us. But they're very simple to make. Anybody can make them. These cubes are bought generally as storage.
These
yeah, all of these are built.
One cube here,
yeah.
one there. So it's 3 cubes.
They're generally sold as storage shelving. So we just buy them and zip tie them together. This is coroplast, also that can be bought at home hardware stores. This can be bought at various home hardware stores, just Walmart, anywhere. And coroplast also. You just measure the right size. If you have animals in the house like cats and you need a lid, you can easily make a lid for them too. Yeah. If you don't need a lid, then you don't.
It keeps the cats out of
it. It keeps the cats out.
Yeah.
But guinea pigs themselves don't need the lid because they wouldn't climb over anyway. So this would basically be to keep other animals from entering their space. Yeah. So they're very easy to make, and they're
they're actually cheaper than a lot of the typical pet store cages.
Very much, right? Yeah. 23, I think, cubes like this. A set of 23 is about $30 or $35.
And you can get them on sale too.
You can get them on sale. You can get them used even sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's if you keep an eye out at discount stores, exactly. You can even get them secondhand.
Okay.
Even Kijiji.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. So there's lots of options to find this stuff. And then these here, we have these on just to add extra hidey places.
Yeah. You can easily throw over a blanket or something like this, and it provides a little place for them to hide, but it doesn't take away floor space, so they can easily still run around there.
Yeah, because they like to zip around. That's kind of the fun thing with the larger space is, they really get their exercise a bit and move around. And there's lots of room for all the hay they need.
Yeah.
And also one of the things that you can do for the bedding. Do you want to talk about the bedding a bit?
Yeah, some people will choose to buy disposable bedding, which is fine. Anything like the recycled paper, Carefresh, Yesterday's News. We used a mix of wood stove pellets and recycled paper to line on the bottom.
Just not hard pines, right?
No, well, no.
Pine or cedar shavings.
Shavings are no. Pine or cedar obviously are no good. Aspen shavings are fine. They tend not to be quite as absorbent though, so I would recommend more of a paper base. But if people like shavings, that's fine as long as they're aspen.
Yeah.
Economically, you can also do a layer of towels and then a layer of fleece on top, and it's just people choose to do that, and you have to make sure that you keep it clean. You sweep the poops every day and that kind of thing, but it's great on their little feet. It's very comfortable. A lot of people like to mix and match their colors, and they make really cute cages with them. I've
seen piggies get very excited for different color patterns and things.
Well, guinea pigs see color actually, so it's actually a great idea to put color in there for them. It's very stimulating for them.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So these are great alternatives. They're economical, and they provide a great quality of life for the guinea pigs for sure.
And you don't have to just do something like this. You could do a second level with a ramp. You could do wider. And there's lots on the internet about different ideas,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Sometimes the photos on the internet can be a little bit overwhelming. When people think these cube cages, they think, oh my goodness, we need to do 3-story, 10-foot long cages. And some people do, and that's great. Or you can stick to very basic cages that it's, 2 cubes by 3 cubes would be the minimum, but you can even go 2 by 4.
Yeah.
Or you can add ramps and height and anything you want. And if you decide to do it like this initially and then you change your mind after a year, you can easily disassemble them and make an L shape if you move, and all of a sudden your space requirements are different. These can be taken apart and reconfigured. Yeah, so that's a great option too.
They sound like good travel cages too, because
they'd be easy to take apart on a move or anything like that, for sure. Yeah.
Well, perfect. Well, thanks so much for telling us a bit about these cages. And if anybody has any other questions, feel free to ask us. We've done quite a few of them now.
We do.
So you could email us or go on our website, KingstonAnimalRescue.com. All right. Well, thank you, Karine, for joining us. And you can find out more at our website, www.kingstonanimalrescue.com. And thanks again, and we'll see you next week.